All righty, from our God Save the Queen's sanity file, the University of Manchester in the UK is doing away with clapping at student events and has replaced clapping with jazz hands. Why? Because they believe that the sound of clapping scares some of the fragile students at their esteemed university. The motion to silence was authored by Liberation and Access Officer Sarah Khan from the school's student union. What a job title, Liberation and Access Officer. Now, the union points out the decision is to honor people who suffer from anxiety disorder. So whooping and cheering is no longer encouraged either. Now, it's obvious that these kids would never be able to attend an SEC football game. Heck, they couldn't handle a Little League game. A spokesperson for the student union told journalists the motion was passed to encourage British Sign Language clapping, which is jazz hands, but not at all meetings, just democratic events where it's a political event and part of the students' union democrat decision-making process. She added that there are no penalties for clapping at those events, but I decided I should try to finish this story in my best golf voice. I imagine the Queen of England might respond this way. Audience, would you join me right now as we give our jazz hands? Don't we feel better? Some weird people in this world, I'm telling you now. Well, Kyle Mullender and Tayo Masuda are GoPro content creators. Yes, that is actually a job now. And they were taking video in kayaks off the coast of New Zealand when a fur seal surfaced and smacked Mullender right in the face with a big octopus that it had in its mouth. I'll bet that's a sentence nobody's ever said before. Well, Twitter erupted with jokes about being sucker punched and getting the seal of disapproval. And even asking if they will get a lawyer and sue she. So what was this shellacking with a Selavad all about? Was the seal one of those Oktifa protesters? No, Mullender said he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. No kidding. Well, at least now when someone accuses Judge Kavanaugh of throwing an octopus in his face 35 years ago, you'll know where they got the idea. And from our Taming of the Shoe file, an Italian shoe company sparked protests by marketing a line of shoes that look like ugly, cheap, beat-up sneakers held together with duct tape. The cost for these shoes, $530 a pair. I mean, I guess they really do believe that duct tape can fix anything. Critics accuse perfectly named Golden Goose shoes of glorifying poverty. Nah. I mean, it's more like exploiting stupidity. But they're hardly alone. The Balenciaga Design House is offering a skirt that looks like a car's floor mat, and it's just $2,000. I mean, you can't get floor mats that look like a skirt, right? What's the fashion world coming to? And in other news, the House of Huckabee has come out with a line of dirty clothes and smelly sneakers that look like grandkid stuff, and you can get that for only $1 million. Please call me if you're interested. I might even give you an introductory discount. Finally tonight, my wife and every other woman may be going wild over pumpkin spice lattes, AKA PSLs, being back at Starbucks. But fellas, I got big news. It's time for the leaves to change and your motor oil to change too. Pumpkin Spice 10W40 is now available. You can't make this stuff up. Man, I can't wait for that cinnamon and nutmeg smell coming out of my tailpipe, can you? PSOCs are in the air. And guys, if you don't happen to be handy working on your car, don't you worry. Oscar Mayer has a way for you to get in on the pumpkin action this fall. When you make your lunch, nothing like a PSOMB sandwich on a cool day. Somebody has lost their mind, no doubt about it. Well, another week's unique news is in the history books, so be thankful that we read the news so you don't have to.